Hey everybody, hey everybody. I really appreciate everybody being here. It's good to be back. Things should be interesting from here on out. We're doing the intro a little bit different today because the lack of research that people do is amazing to me. Like, especially when somebody types in the chat. Well, not somebody, but a bunch of people type in the chat when an individual's on a panel saying something that's completely wrong. So let's go ahead and debunk the quote unquote no all black one percenter clubs in the country, right? Let's go ahead and knock that out first. And I never talk at the beginning of the intro, so obviously this one's good. All right, let me back myself out here and let's see. Let's go.
Is love. When they outcast to me is love. When they bury me, I'll be an outcast. I heard that outcast rode around the country, not just up and down the street. And I wanted to ride. I wanted to see what was on the other end of a tank of gas. I wanted to gas up and see what the other end with that tank would be. And I heard that Outkast did that kind of thing. I said, that's for me. People said, no, man, them guys over there crazy. That's for me.
Break state lines, we don't bar hop. You wanna ride, know how to ride, learn how to ride with real bikers, fuck with Outkast.
There's no frills, it's not flash, it's not about status, it's about brotherly love. I got my brothers in Louisiana who can barely understand my accent and I can barely understand theirs, but we know our common denominator is the old man, which is what we wear in our back.
We got doctors in this club. We got lawyers in this club, We got all kind of professional people in this club.
This life, bro. This is forever, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no part-time job. I do this shit every day, man.
We got brothers from everywhere, man. We run the states, all up and down the East Coast, all out west, hit up in California, Texas, anywhere you want to go. The only totally black outlaw club in this country. We took this motorcycle white thing and put a black perspective to it.
I could do that for dozens and dozens and dozens of black one percenter clubs. So it's crazy to me, like when a bunch of people are typing in somebody's chat, is somebody's on a panel spewing a bunch of nonsense. All you have to do is say, you know what, go ahead and type in something. And everybody was like, type in Outcast, type in Thunderguards, type in whatever. And ZX said that the one percenter diamond came from the HAs, which is the 88s. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, it was made by the pagans, first of all. And the pagans have their brother club, which is the Thunder Guards, which is another one percenter black club. So I don't have to harp on that or anything. I just wanted to prove that point because I don't know how many times I type, check the information, check this, check that. And we got a whole we got a whole speech about us not understanding our culture and whatnot. So Outcast actually does not open up. Let's see. They don't open up the quote unquote process to non black individuals. It's called all black everything, all black people, all black clothes, and all black motorcycles. All right, let's go. Let's see. Sparkles in the house. We got RMY. We got Lou. Hey Lou, I heard you, or I saw you in Lolo's chat. It was pretty cool. You were like, I can't wait for Envy's live. So I got kind of pumped up, right? Let's see, your sunshine, you know what it is. It was funny yesterday when I was saying your sunshine. I said, you and I always talk about one percenters, and it's news to me that black people are not that. You know what I'm saying? Especially after I've shown receipts and whatnot. Tracy, how you doing? Match energy. Hopefully, I can entertain you today. Haven't seen you around. Sarah, how you doing, Sarah? You always give me a hello. Let's see. And we got okay, RY a couple more times. So bomb, what it do? Okay, so content could be contenting like across I mean contenting could be contenting over here, right? But I believe in a vibe. I believe in getting to know somebody. I believe in other things, content being second. So we didn't come out here. Oh, thank you very much, RY. I appreciate it. All those wonderful emojis and whatnot. Appreciate you taking the time. But anyway, okay, cool. So people are actually going to dictate the content that comes out, because my thing is there's a good time. There's no drama. People are talking about Mad Day and this and that, and those things don't exist. You know, and whatever the guest list was of me saying people are coming or things haven't been confirmed, or RY saying that, you know, had a prior engagement, people really have to dig into the fact that you didn't have the guest list. You didn't know what was going on. So stop picking every little thing apart, right? Now, let me handle just a couple things real quick, because I literally don't want to make the vacation that much content, right? So let's deal with the, you know, no undergarments. I have to say this because, you know, YouTube, I got to wait till 8 minutes to say anything crazy, right? Okay, so the undergarments, right? I'm not wearing any, you know, not me, but RY says she doesn't have that on. The sponsors, we said, like the KY and the, yeah, what else got showed? Let's just say the KY or whatever. Like, don't you guys understand that that's staging? What was the theme of the Halloween, right? 50 Shades of Halloween. So I think we could have got more backlash by not making it sexy at all. You know what I'm saying? So unless you followed us with those KY and all that other stuff to the bedroom, chill out. Like, and it was like ZX was like, oh, RY put herself out there now, like Tracy and like MU and blah 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 blah. Who listen? Everybody's an adult, right? So let me debunk that and just get through that. It's crazy to me. What's up, watching from the clouds? How you doing? Pete's Cobbler, what it do? Let's see who else we got. We got CT. And sorry about how YouTube does the tags, because I don't know everybody's avatar, but you know what's up. I'll try my best. Salt, how you doing? Okay, so let me touch on something too that's very, very important, right? Now, I don't know how people take this, but RY and I are very, very I guess what would you call it? We are very committed to not putting labels on things, because as soon as somebody puts a label on something, and a disaster seems to follow. Now, what do I mean by that, right? You know, if you say, oh yeah, that's my girl, that's my dude, that's my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my fiance, whatever, as soon as people do that, things start going downhill, because people start putting chinks in the armor. Oh, you sent a heart out to somebody in the chat. Oh, you talked to this person behind the scenes. Oh. I'm like, man, listen, the best thing to do for these people is not put a label on it. You know, let things happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are extremes. Like, we could be together forever. We could decide to go our separate ways, or somewhere in between. You know, adults don't necessarily need validation like we were in high school. Oh yeah, y'all, I got a new girlfriend. This is that. We're not desperate. Okay, that just, it's a sign of insecurity that we've talked about. So let's just leave that alone. Also, what's up, Stacy? And what's up, Seven? Appreciate you, Seven, for being in the building. Appreciate you, Stacy. Tracy's commentary, it was cool. Listened to it, and she debunked a whole lot of like weird stuff. Now the ring, and you know, everything that had to do with that, and also just basically mind your business. That's how I heard straight, or that's what I got from Tracy's commentary, which was really, really cool to me. What's up, Miss Senator? So would you say RYT, wait, RY TV, I will be so happy when Pastor stops calling you Rennie. But I heard him call you RY today. Well, that's a step up in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pastor for getting that shit together. Hey, Sarkonos, I saw that. I don't know if you're winding down your last days out in the trip, or you're back and you're showing pictures. But I'm glad that you had a good time. It was cool. Okay, so what did I say about the allegations, right? People might think that that's about R&Y. And I will tie it into the R&Y situation because the allegations and the rumors and all the, this and that's coming along. She's allegedly a man and I allegedly got a colostomy bag and all this other stuff, and you weren't here. So that becomes very, very interesting to me. So let me explain to people about the damn ring. Listen, I don't want to talk about the ring. It's not about the ring, y'all. It's about the concept of making me look like a complete bad person. You know how many people along the way since that damn trip have been, what's it been, 3 years or whatever the hell it is, keep pushing the issue. And when somebody has to build themselves up, like, nobody trusts envy, don't leave anything here, make sure you got your camera on, make sure that you're calling people. It was it was beat into R&Y's head that I was going to be a horrible person. And how in the hell are you supposed to court a woman properly if she's filled with a bunch of nonsense from the beginning, right? How you doing, Rhonda? Appreciate you being here, Rhonda. What's up, Chocolate Thunder? All right, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is that, supposed to help me out? Okay, great. So the people, public opinion is public opinion, right? But the fact that people jump on the bandwagon and coddle certain situations, it just depends on who you are, who they think is right. You know what I'm saying? Based on, I guess, the popularity contest, the Cool Kids Club versus, people like me. So I'm not really looking for a whole lot of friends on YouTube or people to understand. So I do have a response. And as I said, I didn't want to respond. Now, I know people will say, okay, well, you know what? ROI took that shady picture in front of Lenox Mall. We did. We did. Okay. That same picture that my last guest took in front of Lenox Mall, RY and I did take the picture. Okay, so what did we both say about that? Did we say it's distasteful? We sure did. Okay, I could take accountability for the fact that wasn't the best thing, but at the same time, I'm not perfect. I am a troll. Unfortunately, like in the back of my head, I always think troll and what's up and all that other good stuff. Thank you very much, the patrol. I appreciate it. That's a tough name right there. I was scared to say it out loud. Lou, two grown people don't need to explain to nobody. I would never. Lou, you're right. You're 100% correct. But the thing is, the only thing that we're explaining is because it was a quote unquote cation, right? So we're the ones that stepped into the commentary. So it's like if we put it on YouTube, we got to talk about it because everybody else is going to talk about it, right? So I totally agree with you. And we learned our lesson about that. We'll just leave it at that. Salute Tennessee Whiskey. I appreciate you being here as well. Let's see. I love Envy and RY together. I think you guys are adorable. Thank you so much. The crazy thing is like that's the general consensus, which I love seeing the positive comments. The positive comments show me a level of maturity, to be honest with you. I love Lenox Mall, Hugo, Stonecrest. Yeah, I went to Stonecrest, but I'm not going to take a guess to Stonecrest. The reason why we were at Lenox Mall, people were like, oh, yeah, they went to a mall. That shit's so boring. It is a landmark, okay? It's not, yes, it's a mall, but it's a landmark. They got Luxury Hall where you got Birkin and all these stores that they closed down for celebrities celebrities and whatnot. It is a landmark. And also out front, their valet is in every single damn Atlanta video or whatnot. It is something that was requested by the guest to go, and I was all for it. So that's always kind of weird to me, right? What's up, Buddha Bell? Going forward, just keep things to yourselves. Everything isn't meant for everybody. Stacy, I will tell you this: we're keeping a lot to ourselves. It's very basic. You know, we showed enough. We showed the rides to the establishments. We showed us out at the clubs. We showed us, you know, just doing our thing, right? And and it's funny to me. We showed positive things. Thank you very much, Rennie. I appreciated it. Let's see, what do we got? Honey Love, appreciate you being in the building. How you doing? Okay, so hey, Lemon Pepper Stepper, what it do? What'd you say, RY? I do believe the link will be dropped after the commentary. Thank you for your patience. I'll drop the link pretty early today, actually, because I want everybody to go ahead and be involved, because I'm going to say some stuff that doesn't necessarily have to do with the trip. It has to do with some people overshadowing it and just trying to downplay it with nonsense. Now, as I said, somebody will say, hey, you took the picture of MU, you know, you showed MU and this and that, whatever. So as much as we take accountability for being distasteful, the crazy thing is like, people could say the worst things about that woman right before she joins a panel or she sits in somebody's chat. You know how many times I've heard people just go with all the rumors, like the dog and the controlled substances and how long she's been sober and this and that and this, and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, hi, how you doing?" I'm like, this person just talked. This person just talked so bad about you. So I don't think. What's up, Malik? I don't think at all whatsoever a picture warrants what she was talking about, you know. And I can deal with the nonsense. I can deal with, hey, he was a little bit mean, hey, he was a little not accommodating, hey, he was this, hey, he was that. But when you sit and you listen to an individual lie so bad and put jackets on you, you're like, wow. Because she said that there was cocoa in the house available that I was trying to get her to take. You know, and the funny thing is, to me, is why is that coming out now? Like that's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. And the funny thing is this lady knows that everything's recorded. I told her how many cameras were in my house. I had to hand my phone to my head moderator to walk around and make sure that she had a lifeline. I had to do a whole lot of stuff, right? Now, what really bothers me is I'm not going to show the video, because basically people will be like, oh, you know, you're just trying to rub it in her face, this and that, right? But why did she make a video of us looking like we're damn near engaged? Oh, I came into Atlanta. Hey, we're in the car going to Atlantic. Oh, we're on our way to the airport. And then go home and say, oh my God, this is the worst person in the world. And then make a video that looked like we had the best time of our lives. It's so weird to me. You know, and it is what it is. I'm not going to harp on it, because basically that's not what this is all about. That's not at all. What'd you say, Molly? Molly said, "Hey, Envy, I'd be so happy if you told the full story about the ring in plain language, like you're telling your biker friends about it." Okay, so what do you want to know, Molly? Okay, so here's the thing. The only reason why I'm keeping that commentary light is because I did it. I did it from the beginning to the end. But I will tell you the highlights, Molly. All right. And then I'm going to run through some stuff real quick that she knows I have receipts for. Okay. And if she wants to roll this out, and listen, I told her to clear my name, but because she hears this and it's not true. She hears that it's not true. But you know what? If you decide not to clear my name, don't make it worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's see. I said what's up to Rhonda and Queen of Hearts. How you doing? What's up, Sour Patch? But anyway, listen, you can refuse to clear my name, but don't go on there being reckless, saying that there was, that there was narcotics and all that stuff in my house. Because the thing is you know damn well I got receipts, all my cameras, all my whatever, about you wanting to go, seek out some of those things, right? And we, the contraptions of, what was made in my bathroom to partake in, certain things and whatnot. And then the dye that the hairstylist put in put in your hair for the drug test. I went and got a drug test. So Molly, here's the biggest highlights. Okay. All right. So first of all, why would I tell somebody that I found something that I stole? Like that could be the whole story, literally. All the commentary could be like, why did he tell somebody that who does that? Do you call the bank? Do you rob a bank and then call them the next day and say, my bad? Like, no, you don't. So anyway, Molly, this is for you. Okay. All right. So the ring was under my bed. Okay, way under my bed. This woman left my house. The woman said, "Oh my gosh, I can't find my ring. It's a family heirloom and it's worth $65,000." Okay, the reason why I'm saying the part about it's worth $65,000 is because as soon as somebody told me that something's worth $65,000, don't you think I would go and try to get it and get at least half of that? You know what I'm saying? If you give me half of the $65,000, I'm good. So Molly, basically I was looking all over my house, all around my house, right? And I went under the bed. I found the damn ring, right? Took a couple pictures of it. I was excited, and I sent her some pictures over saying I found it. Boom. Okay, great. We're happy. She's happy. I'm happy. I'm like, okay, everything's normal now, right? So for whatever reason, from that point on, it was, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm like, I went to the UPS store and, I'm going to the UPS store to drop it off. So I filmed myself and the ring. Now, people don't understand this part, the exchange at a place that actually has some integrity. It was UPS. I went into UPS. I recorded myself handing the individual. It was a manager, actually, that I handed the ring to. That ring, I recorded it. It was put on the scale. That ring, because I put insurance on it. I said, I want insurance on this ring because it's documented. If you put insurance on something that goes into a package that the actual employees pack in, they have to put the seal that can't be tampered on it on there because obviously it's insured. So I got a tracking number. Everything was good. They told me about when it was going to get there. They put the box in the thing and then we were done. All right, cool. So I'm great. So, some days go by and some days go by, a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and all of a sudden I allegedly didn't send it. And it was crazy because I had the tracking number, I had the videos, I had everything you could possibly show somebody that you sent the damn thing, right? Now, Jay Wilson wanted to talk to me about it. Pretty much everybody wanted to talk to me about it. But when I sent the receipts over, a lot of the channels were like, oh, hold on. How do you get a tracking number if there wasn't anything sent? So we went on live and we called UPS. And it was very, very clear. UPS said, okay, the ring has been moved from the main distribution center in California over to a branch or whatever the case may be, right? Now, is it my responsibility after that to start running around and checking branches and checking distribution centers and doing this and doing that? Absolutely not. Because at that point, I thought it was over with. I'm like, okay, it's in California. I don't give a damn where it is in California. San Francisco, San Diego, LA, who gives a damn? It's not in Georgia, so it should have been done at that point. And then it blew up into being this disaster. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. So that's the whole ring situation. So there's not really anything to tell. And the reason why there's not anywhere to tell, you said that Ring Malik want to see Envy Drag code. Oh, I'll talk about that for you. What's up, DD? What's up, Lil Obama? What's up, Donna Hughes? What'd you say? After today, we leave this thing alone. I'm going to. I'm going to listen. The only reason why I'm saying something, I'm telling you, I know people are going to be like she's saying, "Oh, I have to be involved in a story. Oh, you need content." How can I clout chase that lady? That lady talks about political whatever and sobriety, like two things that I don't want to discuss. I don't care about politics that much, and I'm sober, so why should I have to say anything about it? Malik, it's definitely that ring. I want to see Envy hop off the porch on Samoa's. Oh, I will, absolutely. Let's see, Stacy. I see. It amazed me how many of y'all who believed a method. Okay. Well, the funny thing is, what's up, D Ham? The funny thing is of course, they're going to believe the person that is in the favor. The beef sector didn't see me around at that time. I was at Mo3 sector deep, right? And we all know that MU was lining everybody's pockets to be on her side, right? What are you going to do? Cut off one of your income streams to take my side, and I'm not even from the sector? Absolutely not. But some of the things I want to bring to her attention directly, and the people could hear it. It's funny how when somebody knows things are true, it doesn't matter what other people think at all whatsoever, because it stings a little bit. You're like, oh damn, I'm gonna keep lying, but yeah, that is right. You know what I'm saying? Frozen pizzas and all this other shit, right? So I did write down a few things, and then we're going to move on. We're literally going to move on to the trip. We're going to move. Yes, I will say something about binary. And then we're going to move on to people that don't do their own research, like ZX and other people, right? Okay, so as I said, I did write down a few things because there's pretty much 100,000 things to say, right? Okay, so let me ask her directly. What did I find in the bathroom? Like I literally showed the people everything. Okay. Number two, I took a drug test at a facility that is connected to the courts. Why did I do it at that facility? Because basically they do a full search. You got to take everything out of your pockets and put it into a locker. They put dye in the toilet so that you can't dilute it with water, temperature, all that. I took a drug test. I did everything I could possibly do. So what did I find in the bathroom, and why did I have to do the drug test, and what caused the hair to be dyed when you had to go back? Okay, cool. Now, remember that cameras are in my house, right? I made that extremely clear that there's not a square foot in my house that's not recorded. So what did you ever ask me to go anywhere to seek out anything that you were looking for? Okay, because you told us yesterday or the day before that you were under the influence when you were in Atlanta, but allegedly you were sober way before that. The timeline is not timelining, okay? And again, you're going to be like, oh, the content. Listen, if you didn't say that stuff is in my house, if you didn't say I never sat on his bed, never laid in the bed, whatever, you conveniently forgot all of the receipts and everything that was proven, which is crazy to me. Uh, let's see here. The money. Okay, you did tell people last night, which I never told anybody. You did tell people last night that there were $100 bills, right? Okay, so with those $100 bills, we went to the mall, correct? Okay. What was the nervous feeling or whatever when you were spending this money? The nervous feeling was because you knew damn well I was gonna have one of those hundreds looked at, because I was paranoid the whole time. You know that. I was paranoid about everything. You know what I'm saying? And weren't we supposed to go to Chase Bank? And you're like, no, 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 because there were obligations that you had to take care of with this cash that had to be put on a card so that it could be used in another state. So let's talk about that, okay? All right, so let's see the frozen pizza situation, right? Did I not take you to restaurants? Because people said that I was trying to starve you or whatever the case may be. And we have pictures and videos at restaurants. And what did you do with the food when you ate it? Okay. Just think about that. when I was sitting there. I had to record. I had to record everything because if somebody says I'm starving somebody, if somebody says I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and Pamela was on the phone with you the whole time. I gave you my phone. And what did I have to do? What did you do? What did you do when you ate? What did you do every time you ate? I was begging you to eat food. And literally, how in the hell do people talk about frozen pizzas when we are at Chinese restaurants and shit? Anyway, okay. Um, so what bothers me also is I've always supported this lady, right? Put everything aside. And I've always said, hey, let her hike up the hills and, go to, go to the beach or whatever she records. Appreciate the fact that she is, dedicated to sobriety, this and that and this. I literally came out here, humbled myself, took it to the chin and offered a public apology if you had any issues with your visit here, right? And the picture literally is like a before and after. It's like, okay, how can one trip be such a disaster on the internet, but then another trip is explained a certain way? You guys have a problem with how accommodating RNY and I were to people or together, right? She's a vegan. So I said, I'm not a vegan. She sent me over. I told her to send me over like a whole list of everything that she wanted. Go down the list. I'd call food service. I'd call whoever the hell I needed to call so that that food was available. You know what I'm saying? And then I went through, hey, you could pick these things to do in Atlanta. You could pick those things to do in Atlanta. These things, those things. She said, yeah, I'd like to do that, and that. Basically like adults, right? Now, doing that as adults, obviously people wanted to know how we were so cryptic, and we said people are coming, not just one person and all that other shit. Listen, just because we are quiet about the plan and all that other stuff and didn't want the drama around the trip, here's what I think. Here's what we think you could do to a trip to ruin it. Talk about it too much ahead of time, because then people are going to have expectations and they're going to get in people's ears. If we would have told you months and months and months ago, hey, she's going to be in here, on XYZ date, everybody would have been in my ear, her ear. And basically, doesn't that ruin the vibe? They're going to be like, hey, watch out for him to steal some. Watch out for him to give you a frozen pizza. Watch out for him to this and that. And watch out for him. He's going to run a play. And it's funny to me when people say running a play and this, that. What play? Why doesn't anybody have to prove anything to just because a lot of people don't like me? Nobody has anything to prove. That is crazy. That is crazy work to me. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, the 50 Shades of Halloween, whatever. So that's as much as I'm going to talk about that woman. I just wanted to debunk the fact that I'm looking at the chat now. I wasn't looking at the chat at all. What's up, Vibrant? I wasn't looking at the chat at all because I think that I'm messing up. I click on every single chat and then people get mad at me because I'm behind. Envy, the ring thing is a version of Just Chris refusing to walk. It's never ending hamster wheel that you and MU, Snoop, and others use for content until the end of time. We reveal it. True, but she. How can she bring up something I was challenged against, right? How could Just Krista bring up something that I was asked to prove? I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up. What was I asked to prove? I don't have a colostomy bag. I didn't steal the ring, and I didn't get skinny because I'm on allegedly on drugs. Well, all three of those things have gotten proven. So let's go ahead and move on to the next level. Hey, what's up? What's up, Brown Beauty World? Appreciate you, Lady Stoop. You said Molly let you get set up. Let's see how you respond. Never ending cause me. Still lying. Still back cause Snoop. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. Lady Snoop, I don't care. He's been back over to SA though. All right, gotcha. All right, what'd you say? Hit him in the hip. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Let's see. All right. Brown Beauty. I enjoyed the energy of you and RY. Also, the fact that there was no narrative that could be spun about either one of you. Your forms your own opinion and each other based on experience. Right. And the thing is like Brown Beauty, we could have made up some shit. I'm supposed to be quote unquote the biggest play runner just because I come from the Mo3 sector where there's a lot of plays that are run. It's there's no play. There's no Mad Day. Like Mad Day, we would literally have to make something up, right? And we'd run plays. And the clout chasing, right? I'm gonna give y'all an example of how we could have clout chased the whole situation. We were over at KRN's and we were busy. We were legitimately busy. We were trying to get ready. We were trying to leave the house. We were trying to do all that. KRN was like, you know what? Click the link, right? I mean, what were there 600-700 people in there? It would have been great, to click his link and drop a bunch of gems, right? And leave cliffhangers. Hey, we're gonna be doing this and that. Oh, we'll talk about that on my live. Hey, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing that. Oh, we'll talk about it on my live. So why in the hell? Why in the hell would we go to Lady Nika's to do the reveal? I mean, we promised that we would do that. Why the hell would we go to Lemons when we're cammed up? Because we said we were going to do that. And one of the reasons why those things occurred is because we didn't want to oversaturate the content. We did one live and we got the hell off the internet, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some footage. Y'all got a review of a reveal. Y'all got, when we were out, we went to the club. We went to Atlantic Station. We went to Lindbergh Station. We went to West Midtown. We went to Buckhead. We were out and about. We saw everything in Atlanta that we needed to see. It was a great time. Okay, so no, the point of my comment was that you can't get frustrated with just Krista when you do the same thing as her. I get it. You feel entitled to have a source of content because of the pain. I don't know what I do to her. You know what I'm saying? All I said was walk, right? Hold on. Let me, I'm going to do something for y'all real quick. Hold on. Hey, if I really wanted to piss off just Krista, I would do something like this, right? I know that oh, hold on. I know that this camera is fuzzy as hell because I don't have the lights on or whatever. But don't you think I would do this? Hey, everybody. Hey, Lemon, make sure that you call me. Oh my God, I'm so insecure that I won't get up and walk for $1,500. Da, 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 da. Don't you think I would do some? Oh, yeah, hold on. Hold on. All right. So, you know, hey, guys. Oh my God. I just hate myself. I can't get with Duke. I can't get with anybody. I can't get with um anyway, let me stop. Let me stop because that shit's ridiculous. Y'all get the point, right? Okay. And because the camera's fuzzy as shit. It's bothering me. That's what a lot of people called you a play runner. I told them this was not a play. Nope, it wasn't a play at all whatsoever. Everybody will talk about anything, even talk about blind and putting it in the bet. Yes, they will. And as long as you two had fun, we did. Let's see. What's up? What's up, Salt? Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to do a whole live like that one time. I mean, how are we supposed to judge just Krista's beauty when we've seen her from the damn top of her chest up? Like, where's the rest of the thing going on? She was telling ZX or somebody today that she had to have a bunch of skin removed and some more shit. So I could only imagine. Okay. And just like this, Chris will never walk you. Will never tell us the truth about the ring because you think we'll stop watching and caring. Molly, I actually told people, I actually got tired of it. And I said, you know what? They were like, hey, what are you going to do when people bring up the ring this time? I'm going to say, hey, find it. Or I stole it. I mean, what's going to happen to me if I say that? Molly, you know damn well if I troll somebody or I'm going to do some dumb shit or whatever, I'm going to tell somebody first. When have I not told somebody that I'm going to troll them or do something else? What's up, Just Roxy? How you doing? Matching energy was added. Again, Sarkotos, let's go. Hey, you know, the mustache is very, very interesting when, you know, she says something about RY's gender, because that takes a lot of testosterone to grow a mustache like that. You know, I don't get it. And then I was kind of wondering about the 14 years not being touched. So, don't think we have confirmation. You know, I guess we'll just go with it. She has a mustache. We've seen her from the chest up, and she says that she hasn't been hit for 14 years. Yeah, that's a problem. You need a thicker mustache. I'll grow out a just Krista mustache just for you, little Bob Obama. Let's see. So Obama, I can't. I don't know why I'm even engaging. Because, Molly, because you're talking shit today. That's why you're engaging. What's up, Brick Girl Haley? Hopefully you're having a good time. Okay, so I'll do a whole live like that someday. I'll do it just Krista live. Hold on, let me practice one more time, y'all. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I gotta be down here. Hold on. Hang on. All right, am I good? Nope. Is that good? Hold on. Okay. All right. Just doing a quick cam check. Okay. All right. So, let's see. What's up? Oh yeah. I already said what's up to you. Shady Tales, what to do? Folks bringing up the ring again. This definitely doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, 14 years straight cobwebs. Yeah, she definitely has a problem. I would definitely be worrying about somebody else's life like like she would. I'm gonna let's see. I got plenty more to say, but let me drop the link just because I know people are gonna ask. I don't want to, I want to keep it easy. Or I said easy because I read your comments, Sarkotos. Let me pin the link real quick just to make sure that everybody has their peace of mind that they could ask me anything. And just so y'all know, I'm not going to necessarily sit and talk about anything unless if y'all want to hear about it. Let's see here. New members only live stream. What the hell? Man, listen, what you call it? StreamYard changes shit every day. It's crazy. All right, so the link is pinned. All right, cool. So, what'd you say? It is easy to believe that no man has tried to hit that other than two men out of all the men on Earth in 14 years. I believe it. Ain't no man checking for her in real life. No, they're not. They're 100% not checking for her in real life. She was on a dating site and then this and that. I like to call people pictures, letters, and ghosts. It's amazing to me that people have these long ass, fake relationships over, being pictures. Like, I wish I would try to be that imaginary about, just that situation. I couldn't. I just couldn't. What'd you say, Terry? No envy, take off the shirt and get a cheap wig plus horse teeth. Hey, everyone, I'm listening while waiting for my grandson. That's cool. Shout out to you being a great grandmother. Terry, I did see you send a cash app about 2 hours before it was honored, but, hey, maybe you'll have a better experience next time. That impression of her was funny, Envy. I'm not going to lie. Not the fake candle. Yeah. Yeah, the fake candle, man. Hey, it happens. The fake candle is for emergency purposes only. Okay, that's why she takes so much pride in getting attention from virtual men. That is all that she can get. Not to mention, nobody wants those virtual men except for her. Pathetic. Yeah, and the crazy thing is she attacks me on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you say wouldn't you say I'm darker than her? I'm light as hell. I mean, Jesus Christ. But, a sign of being that light is not going outside. So it's pretty freaking obvious. So Bomb, did you ever valet at Lennox Ball? No, we valeted at Vision, at Club Vision. but I know where you're coming from, Molly. You know what I'm saying? What did you say? Address the one percenter ZX Googled last night. I put that at the beginning of the show. Now he said that the HAs, which are 88s, which are listen, I can have people like literally Google stuff and ask me pop quiz questions. I know a lot about being a biker. Okay, trust me. Now, apparently, he thinks that the HA came up with the diamond. All right. So, actually, the pagans did. Actually, the pagans in Philadelphia, came up with a diamond, and their brother club is the Thunder Guards. And the Thunder Guards are a black one percenter club. And at the beginning of my live, I don't think that you saw it, but I did show Outcast MC. I will, let me see, let me pull up just a bit. Let me pull up just a little bit of it for you. Let's see. All right. Here you go, which is crazy to me because everybody was typing in the chat. They're like, what about this club? What about that club? What about this club? What about that club? And I can't stand when people don't ask folks for a receipt or some kind of proof, especially when people are typing in your chat. Why let somebody continue to go with a narrative, right? So you want to see black percent or one percenter, no problem. I'll go all the way to the end so y'all don't have to watch everything. Here we go. All right, so this is Outcast Motorcycle Club. Outcast Motorcycle Club, for the reasons of the fact that the biker community is very racially segregated. Now, the racial segregation it's really, really strange in the one percenter world because even though it's racially segregated, it's almost like if you're a one percenter, you don't see color. I know it's a really strange concept to explain, but literally, I'll play 30 seconds of this to debunk everything that ZX said, which would have been great to show last night. But you know, if it's about me, everybody's gonna let the whatever negative narrative. But here you go. Let me see. Let me mute myself because I don't have my.
Motorcycle white thing and put a black perspective to it.
Up in California, Texas, anywhere you want to go.
The only totally black outlaw club in this country. We took
In Texas, anywhere you want to go.
the only totally black outlaw club in this country. We took this motorcycle white thing and put a black perspective to it.
There you go. I addressed that for you, right? That probably would have taken that long. What was that? Like maybe 45 seconds of our time, maybe 1 minute. So there you go. And the ZX rides a sport bike, like a 60-year-old riding a Kawasaki down the highway. You know, with a sport bike, you got to bend over. You got to put your feet all up. You got to look crazy or whatnot. We don't respect that. We ride Harleys. We cruise. We do our thing. But anyway, okay, you asked me to debunk that. I just did. Envy, are you enjoying your new relationship, boo? As I said, we're not putting like any kind of title on it, because then I feel like you're forcing something in a relationship, right? We're not saying boyfriend, girlfriend, YouTube couple, any of that, you know, whatever it blossoms into be, it is. No one listens to him anyway. I tuned him out last night. Yeah, he was on the panel about an hour too long, right? And knowing Envy doesn't take ZX, he swears. Oh wow. I love that. That's binary's word is a real word, constantly loud and wrong. Absolutely. Let's see. Wow, ZX out of town for skinheads. Yeah, he said he called me a skinhead. You know what he said, that to be a black one percenter, you got to cut off a black person's ear to get your diamond. I was like, wow. I mean, are you serious? So he said I'm not. Hold on. He said I'm not a one percenter, by the way, right? Okay. So let me figure out if A diamond, if you, to get a diamond, now remember, according to ZX, to get a diamond, you have to cut off a black person's ear and bring it to the club, right? Now, I'm standing next to quite a few black folks, right? And I really want you to take a look real close, okay? All right. Look real close. Here you go. Bam. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's me with a 1% diamond on around a bunch of black people in the same club, right? Or am I tripping? Like, am I losing my mind, or like, is that a costume? Is that Halloween? I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure that that's a diamond. You're gonna tell me about culture between 99 percenters and 1%er. No, he's not. He's fronting. He's white. No, you can't be white in the club. But anyway, moving right along. Okay. Um, let's see. What do you got? RNY. I was going at people who was talking shit about y'all. I keep telling them you look great. The vibe was lit. I spoke to you in several chats. You didn't speak. I was like, damn. RY, let's make sure that we holler at Watch It From the Clouds. Watch It From the Clouds is good, because I don't know what kind of clouds you're watching from, but she sees everything. Like, I've never seen her type nonsense. It's all facts. ZX was on Lemon panel all night last night. Yeah, he was. And the crazy thing is, to me, about ZX being on Lemon's panel is the way that he treats Lemon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lemon lets anything go, and I can't fault somebody for their level of tolerance. If they want to deal with a certain level of tolerance and keep dealing with that person, that's fine. But here's my problem, right? Everybody is like hip hop hooray, doing like clapping in circles and shit about him kissing Ness's ass. It's bringing up an example. Didn't he say like the worst possible things that he could say about that woman, and now like he's like Ness Nation or some shit? You know what I'm saying? But I thought that I was coming out here to speak on her behalf. But anyway, we'll move right on along with that. I think those shrunken heads have affected his brain. Something affected his brain. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what he did or whatever, but maybe that 2.5 year relationship, when that woman went into his cupboards and refrigerator, threw all his pots and pans, forks and spoons and everything into a trash bag, and he didn't notice it until he took out the trash. That was a 2.5 week relationship that we heard that he was going to get married to that woman. So he's not really good in the attrition department. Okay. JC was lying about the breast surgery stuff. I know JC lies about everything. Like, why won't she let certain things go? And then she was fine till she got gassed up. Like, when Lemon asked her about anything that had to do with me, she was like, well, you know, it is what it is or whatever. But then when Lemon was like, hey, Envy's going to drag you, ZX, and Just Krista tomorrow, then she got gassed up. Oh, he's got a shit bag. He's got this. He's got that. If she's never met anybody in person, how in the hell could she tell me what I have when I met an actual person? Well, two people that basically would have brought that out by now. That's a fact. It's crazy to me, right? Noble, what you got going on? Envy, I was able to refinance the whip. I'm not paying. Oh yeah, you always type that. Honey Love Facts just giving wrong info because she does not know any better. Oh. Listen, Just Chris is gonna look. Man, if you told Just Chris that we got 3 moons and that the sky is yellow, she'll be like, "Oh, really, Lemon? Well, make sure you call me after the show and we'll talk about that because people say that you're lying, though." You know, listen, lady, you're talked to like shit every single day, so you already look dumb to me. So it is what it is. I was just checking the temperature of Malibu. I missed the greeting. You said infiltrated with, or he's infatuated with Lemon. Yeah, I think he is too. It's definitely like a strange, I don't know. I don't know if he's fanned out. I don't know if he has a love interest. I don't know what he does, but he most definitely follows Lemon around for sure. ZX is in love with Lemon. Yep, exactly. You said 36% crazy work, Noble. Well, Noble probably built the truck. You know what I mean? He probably built the truck. He probably built the dealership. He probably he's probably the banker. He's probably whatever. We all know that Noble skipped over, the bachelor's degree, the master's degree. He got two certificates, and now he's a PhD. So you just never know about Noble. You know what I'm saying? But if you need anything built, anything remastered, anything done, he can build houses. He can build cars. Noble could pretty much do anything. I want to be messy. Get to code, please. Okay, I could do that. Okay, so all right. Sarconos, I mentioned a few weeks. Okay. So you want me? I'm glad she told me I have Parkinson's. Da, da, da. Okay. 7 is here. 1 second. I don't care about banners, but if you're stupid enough to do dumb shit to me, I'll harass you. What's up, 7? How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up, MD? How you doing?
I'm chilling. How you doing? Oh, I already asked that like twice. Okay. Damn, it's too early to have a bar. Oh no, it's not too early to have a bar behind us. It's 6 o'clock. What's
Well,
up?
I actually work graveyard, so this is like
Oh,
nighttime for me.
this is like morning to you.
It's
Damn.
weird, yeah. But look, listen, I okay. I just feel like being a little messy. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
I was listening to that binary codes live, right? Because
Right.
I guess he wanted to address like RNY or whatever.
Hmm.
So I go over there, and this guy. Okay, a few things. He was saying, listen, I know you guys aren't able to see beneath the surface, right? I know you guys aren't able to see beneath the surface, but I don't blame you guys. I don't blame you. I blame society. And I was like, wait a minute. Did he just call his audience stupid?
Basically, I blame society, including y'all.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I said, yo, he's doing that Asian thing again, right? What is that Asian thing? The Asian thing is, let me compliment you to kind of like, take
They
all the steam out. Like, oh, have you? Okay, wait, Envy, did you see that episode of South Park where the Asians came over and they was like, oh, we love Americans. Oh, you guys have big penis. You guys have big penis.
wow. I
So
mean, hey,
they compliment you, but that all along, like they're
Asians are the best at deflection. They don't want
you
no
feel me?
trouble.
Yeah, but their plans are always sinister. Like they're always on some world dominatrix type stuff.
Damn, not world
They
dominatrix. Jesus
pacify
Christ.
you. They pacify you with the compliments.
Oh yeah.
So that
And then they go
happened.
home talking shit. But yeah, okay,
You
that
feel
happened.
me? Okay, so that happened,
So
and
we're
then
Americans and we got offended. All right, let's go.
okay. So look. I was okay. So when he gets into the whole like RNY piece, he does this whole weird thing where it's like, oh, she was my fave, and I was, she was one of my faves, and we would send each other heart emojis, and you know, love on each other in the chat, and that type of weird stuff. And I was like, okay, another thing is he like emotionally cheating on his wife with like all these girls on YouTube, because he did bring up a point that marriage is hard and it's hard to be faithful. And I said, oh, okay. So a
Ooh.
couple of women have, a couple of big booty black girls have walked past and your penis jumped, right? and now it's so hard to be faithful, and that's why she keeps you cooped up in that house like that, right? It's the funniest thing in the world. But I was like, yo, this dude is so, the way he's romanticized. This is a simple thing. We just talk. It's nothing really like, you know, like that's like me and you, MV. People don't know that me and you talk behind the scenes sometimes,
Yes,
right?
correct. Hmm.
Sometimes, like, hey, what's up? Nobody, it's
We
nothing to
never
even
told them.
think about. You feel me? But he is like romanticizing this whole little situationship with RNY, and then boom, she comes out with you, and it's like, oh my god, he, I think he feels some type of way. I think he feels like you came and snatched up one of his day ones because he also made note of the fact that
Here's your boy right
he,
here.
yeah, we're talking about you.
Yes,
Get some
sir. What's
popcorn.
up, Jessica B? Let's go.
So
Get some
yeah,
popcorn. Okay, let's go.
yeah, get some popcorn. So I was just like, yo, what is going on with this? So he's romanticizing this thing with R&Y. He's emotionally cheating on his wife. He's talking about how he wants to start gardening and going to, no. He wants to start gardening and he wants to go to the shooting range more often, but he doesn't want to lose weight. So what's the point of being able to do all of that stuff and live off the grid if you can't run down the block to your car?
Hey, he told us he's going to put us on a higher membership tour to go camping.
Do you feel me? $99.
$99 to watch
I'll
Bon
teach you
Air
how to
go to
plant a
Yellowstone
tomato.
National Park.
Hey, I'll teach you how to plant a potato.
Right.
Hey, okay, so then that last point I want to bring up is how incredibly manipulative he is, right? See, I personally believe that he likes to surround himself by people who can't see beneath the surface, right? He has to surround himself by people because if he runs across someone like me or, anybody else who can quote unquote see beyond the surface, we would know he's an incredibly manipulative person. He's very manipulative. The way I don't know who is worse. Who is worse at playing in your face? Is it Binary Code? Is it Duchess Kelly Love? There's a couple of people
absolutely
like that.
not. No, Binary is definitely the president of Played in Faces.
Yeah, he plays in your face, and then it's like, let me compliment you, and then let me slug you, and it's like this hot and cold with him. And if I don't know, you'll start feeling like, oh, I don't know what to think. You
I was surprised with his response, Seven. I'll tell you that.
Really?
Go ahead.
Why?
Yeah. Did you see what I wrote and hear what I said?
I saw what you wrote. Okay. So with his response,
it got worse when I spoke, but go ahead.
Okay. All I know is what happened on Lemon's live last night because Octavius was up there.
Yeah,
was up there.
Oh yeah, they were having a go envy party.
And I was like, whoa, and I was like, wait, we're talking about the ring situation again? Like, what the F?
Right, my God.
Yeah.
So you asked me what was going on up there. Let's see. Krista completely changed her tune. She was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden I was white, and all of a sudden I got a classy bag, and all of a sudden this, and all of a sudden that. But ZX gave a whole synopsis about the whole issue. I don't like women with wigs. I think that so and so is a man. I think that they were faking it. I mean, he did a whole rendition. He's not a 1%er, so that means that he's not black. I was like, this dude has been talking about me for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why is because Lemon was saying, Envy's gonna go after you too yesterday. They're instigating this shit, basically. I was like, Lemon, bro, let's just keep moving along, but hey, if you want to instigate it so that they talk about me, it is what it is. He's like, he has that ring or whatever. Seven, you know me, you've seen me around. If I stole something, I'd tell you. I tell people when I'm going to troll them. I tell people, and could you really just why? Let's get past that. And then it made that lady say that I got cocoa in my house and I was trying to get her to do it. I was like,
I'm just wondering how high you have to be to leave a $65,000 ring at somebody's house.
Did you hear a timeline?
Shade her. I don't know how much the ring costs. I don't really care. I was never invested in the ring story. I was just like, well, you left it. And if he was gracious enough to send it back to you, cool. But if he didn't, then it is what it is. You left a ring at somebody's house. That's like me leaving a stack of money at somebody's house who I don't even know. I just met you. And I'm hoping, hey, do you think you can cash up that back to me? Oh, yeah, sure.
Seven. Why do you think we went to the mall? We went to the mall because she had one dress in her carry-on.
Oh my God.
So I said, hell no. I said, we got to go to the mall. We need to go to the mall the fastest. You know what I'm saying? We need to go tomorrow. So
Well, how long did
it's
she spend
like,
there? Was she there for like 2 days,
it's
3 days, or?
no, she was there for what, 5 days, 6 days. So it
Oh
was long. But
wow.
what I'm saying is, if you pack one dress and that's what you got going on, and you just mysteriously think that it's good to bring a $65,000 ring, it doesn't add up.
Well, she
And
should have did
by
like Tracy and had like five bathing suits for the 5 days.
well, hey, at least she changed, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, look at binary. Well, I will say this, okay? So the crazy stuff I said, I mean, when I was talking to binary, I said just about everything disrespectful you could say, right?
Mm.
So he said he was going to respond the next day. Okay, do I excuse his what he said? No, but I do appreciate the way he responded. I can say that.
Well,
Because
let me say this real quick, and only because I'm gonna end up jumping down in a minute. But
you're good.
I appreciate, I don't I me and RNY, we don't really even know each other like that, but I do appreciate you coming out and you know kind of checking, and I'm gonna say it like that, checking binary and addressing him head on, because I noticed men like him don't have that same type of energy for other men. If you go over to a channel, who is he picking on? He's picking on Lolo. He's picking on, he picks on women. He's going at it, with RNY. I don't know why he would sit up there and say, oh, she has a sign on her punani, her, it's always open. I mean, so what are you telling us? Are you telling us that you guys were like flirting behind the scenes or something? I mean, I'm not trying to put anything out there, but even if that was the case, like, how do you come to that type of consensus about somebody simply because they're dating somebody else? And you're mad because the energy vampire, can't extract all of her feminine energy anymore. So you're mad because she's over there with you now. And it's like, no. See, he's on here using these black women as mules. And that's really what a lot of the black sector is. A whole bunch of black men talking real greasy about black women and our behavior. They don't date us, but they expect you to give them money. Okay? Are you there?
Ooh, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So I just think it's crazy that now he has this thing against Lolo, talking about, oh, she has, what is he saying? She has memory loss or something. Well, if you knew your history, which you don't, you clearly don't. You really kind of speak out of turn a lot. If you knew your history, you knew Lolo was in an abusive relationship with a man for years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was knocking her every which way. So if she does have any type of memory loss, you can probably attribute it to that. Okay. But I just think he's really, I just think he's kind of diabolical. I think he is very manipulative. He's very sneaky. He manipulates his wife. Okay. If you listen to that story about, oh, my wife, she thinks MU is a crackhead because she heard her say she was a crackhead, but she doesn't know I sit there and I stare at her titties all day. Come on now. Like, I just think he's fucking crazy. I think binary is like I think more people need to really watch him and really like open up your third eye and watch this nigga. And yeah, I think but let me say this, binary, I do think you're talented. I really think you could actually work on the radio. Like, you got that. You're very, your little inflections and stuff. You got that. You're very talented with your wordplay. But I see you. Anyway, I'm out of here. You be blessed. Okay.
All right, Seven. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
I will clear that up for you, binary. I will clear that up for you. Okay. Binary said to his wife, I'm just looking at this for research purposes. Don't worry. I know that she has, those things that are close to the camera, and I'm just doing this for research purposes. That's what he said. He was trying to reassure his wife that he wasn't staring at her titties, like, to be honest with you. But, no matter what position I am in with a person or what I have a problem with or not, I'm not going to lie on them. Seven, I'm not saying that you lied on them or whatever. whatever, but I just interpreted it a little bit different. Now, I will say this, right? I will say that I don't know if Binary is being sarcastic when he says that he messed up and he's got his hand over his face or whatever, or laughing or whatever in the chat. I don't know if he's sincere about it at all. That's why I'm not absorbing it as like a, like a sincere apology or whatever the case may be. But I will say this. I did expect his response to be like, Envy said this, Envy said that, Envy said this, Envy said that. Binary was like, hey, that's what Envy had to do. You know what I'm saying? And now that tough conversation you said that we had, like, about you being, you calling each other faves and all that other shit. We didn't really have that conversation based on like an insecure situation. Hey, you called Binary your fave, so you must be doing something. Show me a bunch of text to prove to me that you guys don't have a love interest, this and that. It wasn't that deep. It really wasn't. It was like, it was almost in a joking manner. I said, Binary's your fave, so let's make sure that we turn on Binary in the morning. I was definitely doing some of that for sure, but I wasn't tripping. But I will say that Binary's response was unexpected, because he dealt with me a little bit like from based on what I said, but kind of like said that's neither here nor there. Let me focus on RY and tell y'all how I messed up. The only thing as I said, the only thing I wish that I knew is that it's sincere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. No, I'm really sorry, big dog. I effed up. Okay. Right. So it is what it is, Binary. I'm sure that's not the worst thing you're going to do in your life, but yeah, it was disrespectful, but the way that you responded, I am satisfied with it, but I can't speak for R and Y. Okay, so what'd you say, Binary? Respectfully, Yvonne, what you got? Respectfully, I do not agree with Binary comment about R and Y. Respectfully, I feel 7 was incorrect. Okay. Okay. Now, do I really, am I upset about, his response? Yeah, it's annoying, but okay. I will take, and I did talk to R and Y about it, right? And I said, let's play devil's advocate against ourselves. We have to look at every side of a situation to come up with a conclusion, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, we pulled out KY. You said that you don't have any panties on and all this and all that. Okay. Now I think people forgot that it was like 50 Shades of Halloween, and it was that part was staged. It was props, whatever. But if he took that, it's almost like, what do you do if a woman wears clothes that are skimpy? Does that give you the right to walk up to her and say, hey, come home with me, or whatever the case may be? No. But at the same time, I guess he was going along with the theme. I think that he over trolled. Because sometimes you got to know what slick shade is versus what's total disrespect. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna chase after Binary and do this and that or whatever. Trust me. When I came on live and said something about it or whatever, I definitely was going to do everything in my power to disturb this man, like I did in the prison sector, right? So this is what I did to a channel. This is what I did to a channel back in the day in the prison sector, and I was dead ass serious about it. And this is exactly what I was gonna do to Binary. Let's go. You know what, though? Everybody in the building and everybody that's going to come in the building, go ahead and subscribe, set your notifications, hit that bell, and set it to all, because I'm going live. Like, I'm going live until he's the fuck up out of here. Okay? That's it. Fuck him. So I have gotten there. You said excellent assessment of the situation. Yeah. It is Binary. Because now, did you like talk about like her family and the type of person she is and all this and that? A little bit with that comment, but listen, man, I'm not gonna sit and waver on that for the rest of my life. If not RNY's fault that they put her on the high pedestal. She's human and just because, or just being herself. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's weird. It's like you can't go to church and have sex. Like that blows my mind. Like, how did the people get there? How did all those people? How did the congregation get there in church? Church going people, there would only be what, the pastor up there if nobody if nobody had sex. It's amazing to me that people tie the two things together. Because let me slow down. I was about to say something. I was about to say something about the Christian women, but just about everybody said it anyway. But I was going to be joking, right? Envy, would you like to meet my best friend? Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Tracy. Oh, Trini Gal. Am I safe today? You are safe, Trini Gal. You can type as much as you want. I'm glad you came back. That shows a certain level of emotional intelligence. So I really do appreciate it. What did I put in this damn title? So the allegations. Now, I don't think that MU will ever come out and clear my name. I just don't appreciate the salt and pepper that we're throwing up on the story. A picture versus like people say the craziest thing. I'll put Lemon out there, right? Lemon will be like, "Hey, Envy, you got with a method that was with a dog and this and that and this," and then she'll jump in the chat and be like, "Hey, Lemon, how you doing?" or whatever. And I just show a picture being shady, and I got Coco in my house, and I was trying to get her to partake in that situation. No, ma'am. There's cameras all over my house. What did you do? What anyway, listen, I don't want to focus on that lady or whatever, but it is what it is. And I'll go on to the next little part of my topic here. RY told them not to be putting her up on a pedestal. I know. Just because somebody goes to church, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is she like the pastor of the beef sector? I mean, the last time I looked, she wasn't. But it is what it is. I don't know. I guess Jay Wilson doesn't go on Grinder, right? I mean, he's the one that said the first thing, like, "Oh, those church girls get freaky," whatever. Now I went at him about that, and as I said, like, if we're so worried about that, we can definitely, go to Jay Wilson being on Grinder. But it is what it is, right? First of all, no one knows exactly what took place in your home with the two of you. No, they don't, and they never will. Everybody's waiting on Mad Day or something. Some people told her to walk around my house and take pictures of what? I mean, hey, I got a picture over here of the bathroom door. I got a picture of the deck over here. I got a picture of the front door. I'm not quite sure what those receipts are going to do for you in the future. Thank you. I am human and I will, fail people. Well, right. I mean, Jesus God's the only perfect person in the world, right? Jesus, God, Holy Spirit. Leave that in the past for sure. El Blue, I definitely will. And one thing that you did is you actually put a super chat up the other day to leave this shit in the past, and you're a core supporter, so absolutely, I always honor what you say. If I'm the Grinder, right. I have not been checking on these people, or I've not been keeping up with these people. I'm like, Jesus Christ, keep it up with who, sir? It was anyway. All right, we're gonna keep on moving past that. If they had really paid attention, RY has said she can be freaking. Well, well, I don't know. I haven't heard her say that publicly. but if she said that it's cool. Church girl hush. Shout out Jamal Bryant. This guy right here, hey Malik, we're gonna if you start getting those 888 numbers, what are the collection numbers now? 888 or 800 or whatever the hell it is. They're gonna start contacting you, sir, the collections department, because you have a debt and there's gonna be like a 27% interest rate on that, sir. Let's see, Envy, may I come up and drag someone? Noble. Jesus Christ. Noble wants to drag someone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Noble, we'll make a deal. RY is a woman of class. Nice read if you take her. Okay. Right. And the thing is I wouldn't have a woman that's trash. Well, never mind. I'm sorry. I did before I said that. I didn't think about what I was saying. My bad. More slick shade. Oh my God. What's going to be in my house next time? The next thing, serial killers. Let's see here. You said RY merely smiled and changed the subject on a lot of the personal questions. You and RY are true to this. Not new, not at all whatsoever. We actually laughed about most of it. But Noble, I'm gonna make a deal for you. I'm here. I'm driving. All right, don't crash. This is sick. It is sick. Who you want to drag? No, oh Jesus Christ. All right, Noble, we're gonna Queen Tulsa. Let's see. Envy, oh, Jesus Christ. Tulsa, you don't know how to drive. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Noble. Oh, that's Noble's troll page, y'all. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Because I was going to ask him. The only reason I don't know that, Tracy, is because of all these damn, all these at signs, all these tags. I hate it because they put up like people's channel names and shit instead of their real names. So I didn't know if it was Noble. The deal I was going to make with Noble is you can come up and drag whoever you want, but if the numbers go down, I'm going to throw you off for free. Child, sometimes these people be too invested in other folks' relationships. They're very invested in it because they want something to go wrong. Malik.
Yo,
Oh
check this out.
God,
Yeah, that's my new
whose
house.
house is that?
That's my house. Welcome to my house party.
God damn.
Put it on the big screen. Blow it up.
That's
Pause. Blow it up.
it's on the. You're on the big screen, Malik.
Man, blow it up. Pause. Put it up. You know what I mean? That's my new crib.
You're
That's my new
on the
crib.
mainstream.
That's my new crib. That's how I'm living, yo. That's how I'm living.
Damn. God damn. Look, Tracy, I'm saying that too. Listen, let me see here. We got like a bunch of play toys and all that other shit. I mean, I can guess whose house that is, but like you got a fake wood floor and shit like that, like that you put together like a puzzle. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Watching from the clouds. So I thought that she cleaned up. So it's back. It's back out of order again.
Yeah, she called me all kinds of names earlier, talked about me. I didn't say nothing to her on road platform. She won't come at me, call me all kinds of names. So I asked my wife, I was like, look, if I put a picture up, I don't want nobody's platform. I hate to get in trouble. So which picture can I put up? So this was the one that my wife approved. My first picture was not this polite. My first picture was just going in because uppity winning on my child again. So I figured I might as well just go ahead, you know what I mean? But my wife was like, don't be hard. So welcome to
Right.
my house party. Welcome to my house party.
Oh wow,
So,
Malik.
Muttface talked all this smack, told me she got some money, she got $100. So good troll, nigga. I just threw some cash on the side of the pool and was like, yo, I got some money too, yo. It's the first of the month. Oh, I got a
Oh
pay
wow,
stub.
not the first of the month, Malik.
Yeah, I got a pay stub to go with this and in my shelter or my new house, I got a job. So, she really didn't want to
Yeah,
say nothing to me. She said she got
I
$100 in her pocket. I was like, damn, man, that's all you got in your pocket? I don't even carry
yeah.
cash. Let me just throw this out real fast.
Quite
But
honestly,
nevertheless,
Malik, I think that we need to have a day where we send out job applications because Snap said no. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to
look,
have a job application fill out day.
but look, real quick. I came up there. I
What
want
up?
to know when is you gonna pistol whip Cole? Because dude, when I heard you say you were pissed on him and pistol with him, I was like, oh, this sounds like my little brother right here. God damn it, boy. He took the page out of the Malik book. He gonna pistol him and pistol with him. Oh, this nigga Libby is gangster. So I just
That
want
was
to
a
know,
grip of
dude.
$20. How was she? Binary said that was a grip of $20 of 20s. That was a grip of 20s. How was she talking ish? She did flash some 20s. I was like, uh, okay, like 5 20s and $2. I don't have a problem with uppity, so I'm not gonna get into the crazy shit. I mean, she does. It depends on what day it is. If I'm a bitch nigga or I'm cool. So
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I'm saying.
every time I see much face, she can get it. I'm a,
I'm
I'm a
glad.
drag, I'm a drag her face into existence. So, but look, back to you. Hey, Cole, come on up here, Cole, because you tried to backtrack a lot of stuff the other day on your live, Cole. You was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, oh, you sound like you backtracking, dog. What's going on? What you scared? Look at Malik. You just two faced it, Malik. No, I want to see a good virtual fight. Remember, it's virtual.
Binary just took your mod stick.
Oh, you know I'm gonna give a fuck about no mod, Rich.
What's up, Ladon? I know you don't, dog. He didn't take your mod stick, man. You're good. You still as long as you're a mod for ZX, you're good out here, man. Your protection plan is for the free 99.
No, I don't need a protection plan. But now, since we talking though, I got a 1% patch too.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Matter of fact,
One, yeah, oh, yeah,
I
like 1% off, like the
no,
original
I'm real
price or
live.
something like that.
I'm real live got a 1% patch. I fly my colors every day on my Honda Elite scooter.
Well, oh my God, please.
Yeah,
You need at least a 750cc motorcycle to be a 1%er. But anyway,
but that's true. When I pull out my street glide, I fly my flag. But again, I got colors. What's up, B? What's up, B?
oh wow. Listen, man, don't come up here gang banging, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be banging on wax like that until I come in. Do you need me to come stick you up for that $100?
Yeah, stick me up for the $100. Stick me up.
What's up, Sula? How you doing? I appreciate you being around. So that's hey RY. We're gonna have to pull up on Malik, spend all of our money flying or driving over there just for this $100.
Look, so we gotta make it in
Mitri,
the
I didn't say
content.
what's up to you. My bad, Mitri. What'd you
So
say?
we gotta make it in the real good content, right? So
Okay,
um, y'all gonna pull up on me in Baltimore at the Inner Harbor
to
in
get that
front of
100.
in front of the Rusty Scuppler Seafood and Steakhouse.
Oh Jesus Christ.
The
We'll go to
valet,
how about TGI Fridays?
that's cool because we got a valet at TGI Fridays too. So the valet
Okay, man.
is going to park your Marcialago.
What's up, Madison? All right, Malik. Malik, you had your envy. How rude! I've been here the whole time. I know, Mitri. My bad, Mitri. You know I love you. I do. You come around, here and there, or whatever. But I appreciate you, Mitri. I promise. All right, Malik. You
But
done?
yeah, I just came to fuck with you for a minute. Show off my new house though. But
All right,
uh,
man. All right, Malik. We'll holler at you. All right,
get back to the ring and all that good stuff.
man. Okay, dog. If I can't get back to nothing with you up here saying dumb shit. Because people are like, I'm here to see Envy, not listen to Malik talk about Uppity house. But, it is what it is, right? So here's the thing, right? You said, Code, I even almost made you apology for laughing and being yourself. Okay. I want my money, Malik. We all want our money from Malik. We got collectors out here. Malik does. He said he's a man of his word. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, Malik. You got some debts out here, bruh. Let's see. Envy already tired of Malik. Yeah. Yeah, Malik had to go ahead and he could stop through or whatever, but hey, Malik is he's like a neophyte in the troll world, so he's got a long ways to go. I think y'all will see my funeral by the time you crown him the troll that I am. But anyway, so I don't know if people. I would imagine that people looked in the title about "Here Comes the Allegations," right? I don't know if you guys thought that was RY. I don't know if you guys thought that was somebody else on YouTube or whatever the case may be, right? So I came to speak my piece, but at the same time, when people won't ask questions for whatever reason, it's weird as hell. It is so weird that people won't ask questions, and then all of a sudden out in the YouTube streets there's going to be something, and then I'm going to get a clip, and then I'm going to get something, then I'm going to get tagged in something. Why tag me and then somebody else so that we get into a fight or whatever? I don't understand that. The only reason I'm having this live, honestly, is so I could call people out for that when I'm out on the YouTube streets. Do I have an organized show with a bunch of stuff to talk about? Like I usually do? Not really. Now, why? Because there's no drama. I don't know. And we're not going to make up stuff. That's running plays. It's deceitful. Oh, yeah, RNY, when we argued, I did this and that, and this. It's just not that spicy. And what I also want to, put out there publicly is we're not competing with any vacation. We don't want a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know a whole lot about what happened on Nestcation. I saw them in an observatory. I saw folks eating. I saw wine tasting. And I think I saw karaoke or some other shit like that. But I wasn't attached to that because I was paying attention to my own dealings. But yeah, I want people to understand. I don't get why folks think it's coming from us. If anything else, it's coming from other people. So it is what it is. What'd you say? King Roman Calvary, bed sheet back. Jesus Christ. You know what the funny thing is, Jessica? Everybody was in here banging on wax. Radio Shack 11 was ready to jump you last night. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have no idea what audio's problem is, to be honest with you. Roku or whatever the hell y'all call him. I don't know what his problem is. He keeps saying that I have fake AIs on my website. On my website, I teach AR. I teach AR, VR, virtual world, all kinds of stuff like that. And don't you think that, basically the trend right now is to look like AIs? He said that Magnificent Tyler doesn't exist. I'm like, ooh, really? Okay, well, there's a bunch of people in here that thinks, that Magnificent Tyler exists. She is right here. We have a business called Penthouse Travel, and I made her AI because that's what we are on my website. But audio swears up and down that Magnificent Tyler doesn't exist. So it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Who cares about AutoZone? I never know what he's talking about. He doesn't talk about anything. He talks about how I'm gonna do my show. He's like, Envy's gonna go, well, this is what we're going to talk about today. Here are the topics. We're going to break this down. Now, do I do an organized show to make sure I get all the content covered? Yeah. Hey, this is what we're going to talk about. Because I try to do a beginning of the show, middle of the show, and end of the show. Like, isn't that what people do in show business? But anyway, that's what he says. And then he's like, his words are people are trying to run a narrative on me. Everybody's trying to run a narrative. There is no narrative. Like he's in a room where he can touch both walls standing up. He's in a freaking he's in a jail cell inside of a house with anyway. 88 said that he had to go on. She had to wait for him to answer his call center call from a customer to continue to talk to him. It's weird that even it's weird that he even mentions me. I don't get it. He's like, oh yeah, I can go to the studio and make my music, dude. He's got that little thing around his microphone, the noise suppressor. It's just, I'm going to cash out on Spotify or whatever the hell, medium he uses. It is what it is. I don't even talk about it. So it's weird that he brings me up. And he said, I'm going to put him in the title. He said, I'm going to put his name in the title. That'd be like me putting audio, MU, and happy life in my title. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I would. You know what I'm saying? You said Limit always tried to cause fallouts. He is. But the thing is, though, I didn't like what he did last night. Just egging it on when everybody in the chat, the whole thing was there's no black 1%er clubs. And he said, you got to cut a black man's ear off and all this other stuff. Like everybody was typing 1% black 1%er clubs in the chat. If somebody does that in my situation, like on my channel, they're sitting on the panel, lying, talking shit or whatever, and everybody's typing in the chat, I'm more than happy to ask the person on the panel, my chat doesn't like what you're saying. Can you prove it? Do you have a receipt? Do you have anything? Like, what are we doing? Like, MU, do you have a receipt of this Coco being in my house? I know, MU, that you don't want to crank this thing back up. I know that. I still have the same receipts. I still have all my DVR footage from my house or whatever. Let's not crank this all the way up. You won't clear my name. You won't apologize. You won't do anything. So let's just go ahead and leave it there. You know what I'm saying? And Octavius and my Breck, that was a skit. Okay. I mean, conveniently, it's a skit when we call it out, right? Anyway, yeah, thank you very much, Vibrant. I appreciate you putting that up there. Let's see here. Let me go. Let me not do that to y'all. So sorry I clicked away. Jessica B, Tracy Babes, you're talking to Tracy. All right, let's go. All right, so let's see. Okay, so basically, the ignorant people research like dummies. That was that. Like, it's amazing to me when people have this whole like they know everything, right? They know everything. Hey, like Jesus. People don't understand wordplay. People think that everything that comes out of somebody's mouth is not wordplay. And I don't understand what people don't understand about characters on here. I think a lot of people can raise their hands. A lot of content creators can raise their hands and say, hey, I'm a little bit different in real life with my friends than I am behind this damn gray screen, right? What's up, Hypnotic Touch? How you doing? So basically, let's see. What did I do? This is one time I didn't take well, the only note I took is some dumb shit about MU or whatever, and my thing is doesn't anybody think that we're wishing you a beautiful night as well. Thank you. Doesn't anybody think that at this point that my name should be cleared? Or let me ask y'all, let me ask the chat something, right? If all of these allegations, not being in the bed, supplying narcotics, feeding frozen pizza, doing this, doing that, horrible person, horrible person, horrible person, horrible person, and I had to record myself going upstairs, opening up the door, opening up both garage doors, and then sitting upstairs for like 10 minutes or whatever. My moderator had her phone just to show people that she wasn't trapped in the house. And then when I took the drug test and did this and that, I don't think that it bothers me, because people still bring it up. People still, I mean, it's put chinks in my armor of actually having, supporters. People left, people thought, oh, you can't trust him for nothing. Like, what can't you trust? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you ask people that have been here? Why don't you ask RY? And what is this court thing? I'm really not understanding. Like TMO, that's cool that you do court and all that other stuff, but you want court with, I don't know. I think you were sitting on MU's panel, so I'm assuming her. And the only thing that she has like going on with somebody would be me, which I'm pretty sure you wouldn't ask me to go to court. But RY, I'm not quite sure what that's about, because that just kind of pokes the bear, right? What'd you say, Gemini? The ones that matter know the truth, leave it be, right? You're Tracy. Yeah, I don't understand. I think you're saying Jesus based on what I just said about court. I don't know exactly what they would, stand there. I don't know exactly what they would sit there and say to each other or whatever, right? So, anyway, let's see. How long was this live? 136 seconds. Jesus Christ. A minute and 36 seconds. What I'm gonna do next is tomorrow during the day. I mean, I'm gonna go live because obviously, things are gonna happen. People are gonna be like, oh, he came out and he didn't really say much, talk about the trip, whatever. Now, me not talking about the trip goes along with the fact that we are gonna stay pretty quiet about it. Because the more you talk about the trip, the more bullshit comes out. And I think the most positive thing that can happen on a trip is a successful after story, right? So if you're waiting for me to get mad, RY to get mad, I think that you're going to get bored watching. So as I said, very quick live, come out and answer any questions, because if anybody says anything about me out there, you should have come to this live and figured it out, asked me whatever. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow during the day, I'm having members only, okay? In my members only, I'm going to tell y'all a whole lot of stuff. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to go to the end because you're members. And then, from there, based on, other people's commentary today and, the next day, we will come up with what actual live's going to be. This is just addressing a few things. Don't really have much else to say. I don't like to drag people through commentary that I'm going to be talking in circles, repeating myself. So, as I said, the two topics with the allegations, hopefully y'all understand that. If it has to go further, I'm willing to take it further. But MU, you might want to chill. But if you don't chill, that's cool. We'll roll out. We'll roll out the story, and we'll show a whole lot of people. And the second thing was, in your ignorant people do research. Now, I am so surprised that people just let folks talk on their panel about people without asking for any proof or anything. Like, just to watch ZX do that whole, and then watch just Krista do that whole rendition about me, and type it in the chat asking for some kind of something. It just blew my mind. So anyway, as I said, this was just to cover a couple different things. Landlord, what'd you say? Did you get some? Landlord, I really liked last night. You said that everybody sounds like haters. I've never heard, well, I have, but it's very, very rare for men to get together in a circle and talk about what another man did with a woman. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that at all whatsoever. I guess that's why I call them pictures, letters, and ghosts. So it is what it is. The best relationship for me to mine, mine is my own. Right. Well, it is. It is. I agree with you. I agree with you, but once we put Cation in it, Hypnotic Touch, we put it out on YouTube. Anything that's out on YouTube, everybody has the right to talk about, of course. So, as I said, coming out here and obviously talking about it. Have a great evening, Envy. I appreciate you, your sunshine. As I said, your sunshine. We will have a members only live tomorrow. I'll get much more descriptive, and I'll actually take us offline. I said I know who does. Right. St. Christopher, I have no idea. I just men sitting around cackling about about a date or a get together or whatever. The closest that I do with my homeboys is say, "Hey, was she good to you? Did y'all have a good time? Okay, cool." Now, once they start going descriptive and all that other shit, I don't need to hear about that. I mean, I'm not in high school. I don't care if you touched a titty or did did some weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You said I know who does. All right, so as I said, I am up out of here. I will have a longer live for y'all probably tomorrow. I just want to see what the streets say, but I had to address some things because MU, be quiet. ZX, get your research together because there's black well percenters. And, hey, Envy's a white person that's racist. Now, I love hearing about it. Okay, cool. Tracy, I'm definitely gonna go deeper into it. But I know people get mad sometimes. I know that people get mad sometimes and say Envy always goes members live and he asks his members what they would like to talk about next. And I am gonna do that because there's just I could say, oh, we went to the club and we danced. Okay. We went over here and we smoked hookah. Okay. We went over here and did this and that. Now, until I make up a story and get y'all like excited about something like crazy that happened, then you're not going to give a shit. So I am going to ask my members. Y'all can hate on that all you want. What we need to cover, I'll be very descriptive. Tracy and your sunshine and all the other members, Gemini. Hey, what's up, newbie? Hey, newbie, I'm going to stop talking about us doing that Mad Dog 2020 day. I'm actually going to put it in place, okay? I'm going to throw out a couple dates to you, and we'll make that happen, so people can talk about that shit, too. Newbie and Envy are cheating on R and Y. Maybe y'all will be interested in that, right? That's the point of membership. It is the point of membership, Molly. Molly, you know how much I do for membership. I put more stuff. I have more members' lives than I have public lives because I love y'all. Because I could just talk freely and whatnot, even though some things leak out of there. And you know what I'm gonna do, Molly? I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I played like little snippets of some of the some of the MU clips or whatnot. So in members only to not like put it out in public and quote unquote clout chase. I'm not quite sure how I can clout chase off that woman, the professional victim. But hey, it is what it is. But I will roll out some recordings and all that. We'll have a great members we'll have a great members live. All right. So as I said here, I'm repeating myself. I'm talking in circles, and by now I'm actually I'm actually showing y'all that I could be boring. So I'm gonna let Mo3 get us up out of here, and I will see y'all tomorrow with a long live after my members only. I'm gone. And I gotta. Oh yeah, look. Shout out to R and Y. All right, let's go. And I ain't gotta say a damn thing, but girl, I'm trying to get you, cause someone who knows how to ride can take different positions. Now you screaming up and down we go. That's right, I never met the type of girl that's quite like you. Keep it on the low, and I can give more. You know what, Molly? I'm going to do, since you said, oh, R&Y, that's cute, I'm going to do that for you one more time. Just for you, Molly. Let's go. Shout out to R&Y. And I ain't gotta say a damn thing, but girl, I'm trying to get you, cause someone who knows how to ride can take different positions. Now you screaming up and down we go. That's right, I never met the type of girl that's quite like you. Keep it on the low, and I can give more dick, girl, it's true, but I only did one time, yeah.